Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome to the start of my blind playthrough of Control, which has just come out yesterday, and I am excited to get into. Now this is another game from Remedy, and I guess I would say I'm a Remedy fan, even though I've really only played 3 of their games, but considering they've only made like 6 or 7 games, I guess that's not too bad of a track record. But I really liked Max Payne, really liked Alan Wake, still haven't played Max Payne 2 yet, and Quantum Break, I wasn't sure if I really wanted to get into it because of the whole TV show part of it. But this looks very much up my alley. It seems very much like a game that's sort of a pseudo SCP Foundation type facility that we're going into, where some kind of breach has happened. But let's get in here. I think I mostly adjusted these. I probably want to turn up the brightness a bit for recording purposes. Text language, audio language, subtitles, headphones, we are good. This is one of the 3 different horror games that I'm going to be starting playthroughs of this week.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped.
Do they mean weirder than a typical Remedy game?
You called me. So here I am.
This is one thing the previews haven't really explained.
I know I shut you out sometimes.
Which is why Jesse is here.
I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room. And there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster.
I'm not quite sure what the metaphor she's going for is yet.
Landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie, something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger.
Ah, so she's talking about the world that the Foundation hides.
That leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
So I'd say it's pretty good odds just to guess right now that her father is probably the director and is estranged from her for years. That's usually how these situations go, right? I'm also going to say that this game kind of reminds me a lot, just from the preview stuff, of Kidman's stuff from Evil Within. Like, it's got the whole Mobius aesthetic, as well as her just kind of having a general Kidman aesthetic. But yeah, so here's the Federal Bureau of Control, which apparently nobody else can see this building normally, so that's why nobody seems to notice. But I believe we are in New York City here. Also, I'm going to have to turn down the sensitivity because it is pretty high right now, and I don't want to make anybody sick. So let's turn that down to 25 and 35. Should be good for now. I'm playing this mouse and keyboard, so hopefully it controls pretty well, but Remedy usually has fine PC controls. What year is this exactly? He doesn't even have a computer at the front desk, just a typewriter. Alright. Is this going to take long, or should I skip ahead? F to pick up items, eh? Clearance level. You do not have a clearance level, because we just walked in. Conceptual material. So I think I have crafting materials here because of the pre-order bonus or whatever. Correspondences. Prohibited items reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smart watches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2 pencils. Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept. Rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. You see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. Well, that explains the typewriter at the front desk. No computers allowed in here. I didn't think she was telepathic already. Alright, anything in here? Internal lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override. HRA protocol activated. Also, what exactly are these if they're not computers? They're just strange devices. So yeah, I guess doors just open when you walk up to them? You don't have to walk into them? That's really weird, but I'll just explain it as part of the facility. Alright, got a pneumatic message tube system. You have to hold it to actually pull this up. I keep just hitting it. Bureau expenditures. Major, staffing, surveillance, data center initiative, construction, office equipment, janitorial costs, mold removal, HQ livability costs. Okay. Nothing really that important in there.
This
Oh.
seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
In my restless dreams, I see that bureau. Head of Research, Dr. Casper Darling. I think we'll be seeing more of him. Our bureau at work. I think that's the janitor. They showed him off in the demos and such. Nothing like the extra detail of a leaf that has fallen. Zachariah Trench. Alright. Should mention too that I don't have this at max settings right now. I'll probably just kind of turn them up as we go and see where it starts dropping frames. But I don't have any kind of 20 anything, so there's not going to be any of that RTX going on.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
You just weren't allowed to see them before. Okay. She does not seem to be able to crouch. Also, I'm not actually sure these are windows, but I guess they are. They're so clean that you can't see them. What do we got in here? Generic bags of trail mix, crackers, pistachios, potato chips, pretzels, protein. Just protein. I think the other one said fibers. Alright, what do we got here? So I guess we'll be seeing a lot of analog technology around. Ah. I've heard that there's actually a pretty good sense of humor in this game, including with some of this redacted stuff. A shark in his, although secure, permission to, following basic protocol, shoot to kill. Watch out for wall sharks. No. Well, there's a fella. Hello. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Are those their income forms? Ooh. How did that happen? She just like walked right... There we go. Walked right over this chair.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin johan helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti,
New
the
mission.
janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
I think he can hear your internal monologue. So Ahti there is Finnish, and I guess he's directly modeled off of a Finnish actor as well, because Remedy themselves are a Finnish game developer, despite all of their games seemingly being set in America. Alright, so we talked to Ahti, but didn't check this office. Looks like there's nothing in here. The oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control. Well, I assume they have other facilities then. I guess we don't have a map yet, because missions is what comes up when I hit M. Though, despite being a third-person shooter kind of game, I guess there is side quests and such in this game. Well, aside from being empty, it doesn't really seem like anything's gone wrong here yet.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since.
And then they applied Class
Will
A
you help?
amnestics. Oh, are we going to get an intro sequence here? I mean, it's very different what the actual visual material is, but this is just giving me flashbacks to the Resident Evil 7 intro. Go tell Aunt Rhody. That all looks good to me. It's a good little title card there.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Is that why we're here? Nope. I think these coffee cups just exploded. Yep. We've hit the physics zone. Oh, come on. Even the, the signs on the walls just fall off.
We're starting from the top.
Should I be concerned about this siren? Reminder, drafting any public-facing material. While pending any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guideline. Words, phrases to use in the service of his/her country, regret, proud, pride, will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid: Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, sorry. I thought that was going to start levitating for a second, but instead the coffee pot has fallen through the coffee maker and is now propping it up. Fixed it. I think we're going to have some fun with the physics as we go. Okay, clearance level 1 door. We have no clearance. I kind of wish she didn't always run. But I remember that being a weird thing in Alan Wake as well. The constantly you have to like turning around and stuff. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day. For the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Are these normal trees? Okay, this one doesn't have a swipe card, it's just locked.
Shit. Shit.
Oh, okay, the map is tab.
The murder weapon? Really?
Is she talking to the spinny ghost that pops up when she says that? Diploma for Zachariah Trench. Oh, man. It's like early Xbox generation all over again, or Xbox 360 generation with all these physics. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing some ghosty swirls popping up. Wait. Is this just here to look intimidating? That's also
outside.
very Mobius.
Was coming here a mistake?
Well, sorry about that, but I'll take your gun.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
I guess this is our head of research there.
Look at this place. Where am I?
All right. I guess we have to impress the board of directors so we can become the director. Because we touched the gun. They like to use a lot of either-or terms. I guess they're not completely sure of human terminology. Okay. Now I can crouch. And it looks like... Oh. Look at her hands. Like she's holding a gun, but we don't actually have one yet. Only when I crouch, though. And if I try to aim, she just stands up. Well, there's the service weapon. There's a spooky goop. Sprint past the spooky goop. And... I was gonna say, and grab the... Grab the... service weapon? You didn't actually give me instructions, board. Man, I really hope that was not supposed to fall out of the air when I got close. I really need that. Maybe I just have to get hit? And they'll be like, oh, pick up the weapon. We'll see what happens if I die here. I feel like that's a bug, but maybe I just missed what I was supposed to do. Alright. Talking about bubblegum and Polaroids, but we didn't actually get any instructions. Yeah, they just say it has many forms. Making sure there's no, like, lower area I need to jump down to. Okay. So, he appeared, and the platform went down, so I wonder if... I need to do something to raise it again. I wonder if I can get in... Get it to follow me off the edge. Oh, shit. See, it went back up there, so clearly... I need to do something to get rid of that enemy. I don't really have many tools at my disposal here. Or... Okay. I think it despawned, which caused... Whatever, I don't know if that's intended, but...
Okay, now I have a gun.
And now things will be much easier, because I can shoot my problems. Yeah, I don't really know what I was doing wrong there. Man, the bullets are definitely not hit scan. Okay, it seems like our ammo just regenerates. Alright, what do you got for me now? But yeah, this is very much like some of the sections in Kidman's DLC for Evil Within. I mean, this is pretty much like where you fight the final boss of her side story. So we do have regenerating ammo. Also, I don't know what that is on the floor. I think I'm shooting materials out of them. You definitely can't spam shots, though, because the way they recoil when you hit them. Oh, you're not done yet. So I think these are health, just based on the fact that they're also blue. Oh. These ones are armed, I think. Oop. Are those supposed to represent MTF personnel? Now we too can take orders from the floating pyramid.
This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
This gun is pretty dope. I'm glad I got it.
Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Alright, well, we have, I guess, been appointed the director. You would think that means we have clearance now, but I bet we don't. So there's quite a bit on this floor. I'm curious what that swirly room is. Okay. Red hallway. Floating bodies. Nothing unusual to see here.
What is that? You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
So has she befriended some kind of extra-dimensional entity that is helping her out here? Alright, possessed security guards. Oh. Hiss Guard. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss Guards use the standard-issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception of certain Hiss Guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is the shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Do the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited for? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge of the use of their weapons. We also have case files on the service weapon. Containment procedure. Okay, so these are straight up SCP reports. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of. The object will determine whether, if rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the blank, though their criteria is unknown. Well, we actually know some of these redacted sections already. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, many forms throughout history, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Vera Nostra, all weapons that blank of the wielder. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, see Dr. Darling presentation for more details. Alright. I mean, they did refer to it as both a sword and a gun and a intentionally left blank, so presumably the forms suit the times. and it just becomes a weapon as the wielder knows a weapon to be. Alright, so I guess we're going to Executive Affairs, since we can't go through the other executive door. What's going on in there exactly? Also, I'm pretty sure that Director Trench there...
Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his voice actor is 100% Max Payne's
says the dead man.
voice actor as well.
Okay.
Ooh. Those are windows. I can't take cover behind these windows. Oh, hello, I didn't see you there. Okay, you can hip fire too. My health is not doing great. Ooh. Fucking take cover behind this desk. Okay. So those are our health, and you just have to get close to suck them in. You dead? Yeah, I think when this smoke comes out, they're pretty dead. Okay. I just got a vague crafting material. So at least here the physics are pretty neat because it seems like there's a fair bit of destructibility in the environment. Don't suppose I can heal at the first aid cabinet. That would make too much sense. Ooh. I mean, I'm not really going for accuracy, which is why I'm rapid firing like this. Yeah, so they all drop a little bit of health. Oh, it didn't sufficiently break for me to walk through. You doing all right, buddy? Just hang in there. You'll all float in here. Ooh. Rising cost of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. I feel like that mold eradication is going to be a recurring joke, because it's already appeared like twice. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Also, so we have our weapon now, and from what I know, this thing does transform into various different types of weapons, but we don't have anything to add to it yet. No. That's me. Did all of the portraits of the director change to me now because I have the gun? Sorry, the weapon. Okay, there was another collectible over here.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
So I have a feeling that might actually be something we need to do as a mechanic at some point. That we'll need to move objects of power back to their holding cells or containment rooms to progress. So some of these folks have not been hissified. They're just kind of floating. That's cool. Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside of the building. You definitely don't want to take your work home with you at the Bureau. Shelter. Max occupancy, 6 person. Doesn't look like it really helped him much. His life is in your hands. Everyone's safety depends on you. Well, we took quite a few of their lives already. Avoid modern technology. Synchronicity Research Department. Don't let mold hitch a ride. Perform daily body checks for foreign plant matter. Okay. Just a birthday reminder. Wow. That is, almost a trespasser level of desk with how that fell apart. I like how they're like immobile unless you hit them from the front, and then they just start to tip over. Oh, but not this one. You think those typewriters would be heavy enough to prevent that? Alright, I don't think there are any more notes around here. I think we've got everything in this area. I mean, I know once we get some of the powers, this stuff is going to be a little less silly because we'll be able to throw it. Office rules of contact. Speak in moderate volume. No personal calls. No food or drink around bureau documents or in the copy room. No using the photocopier for personal projects, or the 3D printer, or the bureau stationery. Wear access badges at all times. No discussing confidential projects out loud. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. Let's say hi and welcome to some of the new people in the oldest house. So, this is a case where they found this oldest house and they just made their headquarters here. Checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this, and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real thing. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're on route Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Special Agent Keenan. Let's open this thing. Did she just open that with her psychic powers that she doesn't have? Okay, it was just a crafting material box. Emergency supply storage. Okay, it looks like we need to go this way. I do like those big, bold
tried to invade me earlier.
pop-ups.
The hiss burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Definitely gonna want to know more about who she's talking to. Who is Zach? How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redacted immediately. There's no such thing as too suspicious. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Spinning out of control, yes. Acoustic guitar for sale. Turns out it's pretty hard. If interested, see Greg in maintenance. Food left in the refrigerator in containment break room 3B has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. I appreciate that they have a good sense of humor. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered material, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Oops. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using redacted. Our Bureau made an anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the detail. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on redacted. Pair of scissors that consume human redacted through 2 punctures on the redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. There's that mention of those scissors again. Urban legends are not just stories for children. They are paranatural realities waiting to happen. What does that make creepypastas? An endless source of headaches for this department? So are these people like hiss-infected, but just not useful, so they're just thrown into stasis? Also being Remedy, I expect there'll be a fair amount of licensed music in this that will get immediately copyright claimed, which is half the reason I haven't LP'd Alan Wake yet. But I also don't want to turn them off, because I would rather just not be able to monetize a video than cancel out the soundtrack. Is that supposed to be there? Aren't you supposed to be like extra dimensional or something? Okay, it doesn't seem like you can crouch and shoot. As soon as I try to aim, she'll stop crouching. Yeah, she'll stand up too. Oh, grenade! Why do security guards need grenades? Yeah, I just have to... Oop. I was gonna say I have to be a little more measured between my shots, but not when they're that close. Ranger 2nd Class Pulaski. Ooh, he did a lot of damage in one burst there. Oh, run away. Grab the health. So enemies definitely do pursue you.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt.
Oh, I got a personal mod. Energy booster. Energy plus 6%. Well, I don't think I have anything that uses energy yet, unless that's the energy for the weapon.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
We gotta capture the control point.
Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello.
Alright.
Can you hear me?
We unshifted the building in this area. And there's fast travel. Okay, so I think this is the outfit that was a pre-order bonus as well. It's not really much of an outfit.
Please.
We'll stick with civilian for now. Alright, so we're probably gonna have to wrap up in a moment.
Deal with the compromised agents.
Didn't help her, though.
Is it safe to come out?
This is my life now. Okay. Before we go talk to her, I just want to see if there's any notes or anything in here. Ooh. Some health. I guess cleansing the control point also gave me full health, though. Okay. Clearance level 3. This is open. We'll leave that for next time. Let's talk to this lady, and I think that'll be a good place to stop. But yeah, I'm already just enjoying playing this. Oh. Someone's still sending messages because they're still going by. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff up that way. I mean, half this area we haven't even seen yet. I still want to know what that big swirly room is.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Wow, word gets around fast.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking.
I'm the director, and what I say
In full
goes.
lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Where did the other two guys go?
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things.
Oh, if that's the weirdest
It's
thing
hard
you
to
see
make out,
here,
But he told me to cleanse the control point,
then you're doing just fine.
push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first.
Of
If
course.
you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss.
I mean, I've already
Because
cured
if
quite a few of
that's
them.
possible, our options are
Permanently.
very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try.
I mean, as the director,
speaking
I'd say
for
we
you,
were part
of
of it,
course.
too, as well.
We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did
I'm
it
also
before. Push the hiss out.
gonna guess that this entity has something to do with her childhood incident. Is how she got into contact with it. You guys got any crafting materials for me in here? No, but you do have a note. Control points. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junction of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted within a 37-foot radius. Boy, how sick are you going to be of the word redacted by the time I finish this game? Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. A common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted. Alright, well, we've become the director, we made a friend, and we shot some hissy fellas. I think that's a good start for Control here, and I'm enjoying it and already kind of digging some of the mystery and the general SCP vibe of the facility. So I hope you'll join me as we continue to delve deeper into this facility and what exactly they have locked away in the Bureau. But until then, I've been Shadefyre, and y'all take care.